Hey everybody, happy Relation Tip Tuesday. Today I'm going to explain why your intimacy issues may be affecting your sales. All right, clearly this is for you if you are in business for yourself or if you're a salesperson of any kind, but especially if you're selling your own products or services. If you're having intimacy issues, and I'm not talking necessarily about like sexual difficulty, but I'm talking about real emotional intimacy issues, being able to have difficult conversations, being able to put yourself first, being able to be vulnerable with somebody else, being able to have uncomfortable conversations that ultimately wind up creating more intimacy and connection, right? If you have an issue with that, you may have problem in your sales process, because a sales conversation, if you're selling your services or your products, and especially if they're not necessarily like a no-brainer, like, my pipes broke, I need a plumber to come in and fix my pipes. You don't really need to do that much convincing of that. But if you are, asking somebody to do transformative work of any kind, or you're, really changing their life in some way with something that you have to offer, that's not like, a near death or near house breaking up kind of like situation, right? That's not that urgent ultimately, except for the, existential urgency. You're asking somebody to move into a very uncomfortable place. And if you're not able to have an intimate conversation with anybody really, but even in your own life and in your relationships, right? This sales conversation might be especially difficult for you. I once worked with somebody who was able to go from not being able to bring up these difficult conversations with her partner to having difficult conversations and to looking at all the pieces and to being able to connect with herself and express that to this person. And, she was in business for herself, and as a result of that, she's made the direct correlation that she was then able to have these kinds of sales conversations that, selling really high ticket kind of high-priced items that were valuable and that would help somebody, transform their life. But it wasn't until she was able to master that conversation with her partner that she was able to do that with a stranger. And so I'm inviting you to look at, if you're watching this, are you having any issues if you are a service-based or a, professional of any kind who's an entrepreneur and who has to sell, right, which is part of business, if you're having any intimacy issues of any kind, I just want to ask you to ask yourself, how is that reflecting in your business? How is that, is there a correlation there? Let me know. I mean, I know people aren't going to be volunteering and be like, yes, I have intimacy issues, but I'm really curious. So there is, how we do one thing is how we do everything. So there can very easily be a correlation there. And if you can fix it up in one area of your life, the rest will follow suit. So I hope this is helpful. Learn to have the difficult conversations, learn to, feel uncomfortable. And as a result, your business will prosper. So, and you'll change lives ultimately. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know. And thank you as always for watching. I will catch you next week.